If you have a 7-figure budget, you're moving from Portland to coastal Virginia, you're probably curious how far your dollar goes. So I'm gonna compare a few listings in Portland and a few listings in coastal Virginia, give you some idea. If you're looking at making that move, however, you should call me or click the link below down in the description. First up, in Pearl, we've got a $3 million listing, 333 Northwest 9th Avenue. Unit 1503 is pretty daggone cool. It is, I'm gonna go ahead and admit, awesome. I love these photos. Huge, tall ceilings, very modern. Looks like they have a really bespoke stone on the bottom. Curves, the black and white aesthetic, I don't think is gonna go away anytime soon. They have spent a dime on these hardwood floors. The herringbone style throughout is a harder style to install, and it looks really good. Bays and bays of windows, and those look like custom metal windows that are not cheap. And I love and adore that the primary ensuite has this really cool standalone shower and standalone tub with a window there at the very end. So you still kind of get your privacy, but all of that exposure to natural light. The built-ins in the closet are a fantastic touch, and this kitchen is something that is really special. Look at all of the outdoor space here, the terrace on the outside, the custom handrails. You have a laundry, which is bigger than some people's primary suites. I adore that they've carried these hardwood floors into every single space, not sparing expense there. And man, these photos just do a good enough job showing off how special this property is. Check out that hot tub. That's cool. Now, if you're gonna come on to the East Coast, coastal Virginia, one of the places I would point you to is a place called Bay Island, really close to First Landing State Park. The only way you're going into this neighborhood is if you're a local. There's no reason to drive through it. You're also really close to Chicks Beach and really nice shopping at Hilltop. Listed at $1.8 million, 2109 Windward Shore, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 4,100 square foot. Super cool place that's worth checking out. Now this place is on the water with an in-ground pool and a dock, so that if you want to have a boat, you can do that. The views here are absolutely stunning. Whole old hardwood floors. You do have some radiant floor heating, so it's an older house that probably needs some updates in here, but really what you're paying for is the location in the neighborhood. Because that kitchen could use some updating. The wallpaper needs to be removed. The parquet flooring needs to go away. The wood paneling in the office is not something that people typically want anymore, and those bathrooms are straight out of the 80s. It does look like it's been well cared for. It just needs some updating, and this location in the neighborhood is just really fantastic. I'll even go so far to mention that if you look to the right and to the left of the neighbors, you have a really nice riprap seawall on one side and a wood seawall on the other, where it looks like this one needs to be upgraded ASAP. Now over in Laurelhurst at $1.78 million, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 4,600 square foot. This is a decent option. Old house that's been updated. I love the porte cochere, which is the carriage house or through space there with a deep front porch with rocking chairs. The old floors in here are fantastic. You have some of these stained glass windows that are still there. The coffered ceilings in this space are glorious and a really, really nice taste and touch there in the backsplash in the kitchen, which is nice and big. Wallpaper is always a risky choice in bathrooms because it's very subjective. I like this one a lot. The built-ins in the office space, the nice custom windows there in the playroom, really nice showers. I mean, the whole space has been updated nicely, and I love a built-in sauna. They have transformed this basement space into something really cool and worth hanging out in. The outdoor space is really pretty. I love the gas fireplace, and it looks like they have an accessory dwelling unit, or maybe a garage that's been converted into another little living space. Yeah, I love this option. Love it a lot. If you're coming on to the East Coast, I would say that you need to look at probably Croton Beach. You're really close to where the East Coast Surfing Championships are. You do have a parking spot in the neighborhood, so you do get occasionally some traffic of locals coming and parking at the local parking. At $1.1 million, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 3,700 square foot. This is almost a deal. Lovely little home here. The style is very reminiscent of the area. You're gonna see a lot of this. Garage on the bottom with the door entrance down there at the bottom. The hardscaping is fantastic. I really like what they've done here with the basketball court. They spent a pretty penny here getting all of this implemented, and the landscaping is on point. Great selection on the hardwood floors throughout the spaces. Kind of not really my style when it comes to drapes and curtains and furniture, but you know, you still have tall ceilings, some really cool built-ins, lots of natural light coming in through those windows. And the kitchen is something really bespoke. This is not normal having a circular kitchen like this. Kind of cool. Looks like they carry those circles throughout the entire house, including the furniture and the entryways here. You have a gym space here that they've converted on the first floor. So as we go up into the primary suite, we have a nice barn door covering the master ensuite bathroom, which has a huge soaker tub and a walk-in closet and walk-in shower, nice and large with some built-ins. These spaces are kind of cool. Again, not totally my touch, but at 1.1, this is a lot of house for your money in a really primo location. Plus, you have an in-ground pool in the backyard. So you go to the beach, you come home, you take a dip in the pool, and then you've got a really cool space to hang out. Now, $2 million in Portland, in downtown, gets you about 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a little under 3,000 square foot. You're looking at a tower here, so go ahead and assume that you've got some condo fees. But there's a lot of modern architecture, huge grand entrance, very special. The interior of this space is cool. I'm gonna admit it that if I had the budget, I'm living in downtown Portland, this would be an option I would consider. Some of the stylistic choices on decorations, not for me, but the flooring, the huge bays of windows, this is a cool space. Very open, very modern, very sleek. The kitchen cabinetry, exceptionally well done. And the views from this unit are really, really special. Super cool. Let's see what we got in coastal Virginia. So if you're coming from downtown Portland and you want to be on the East Coast on the water. Newer construction, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. This place sold last year just under 5,500 square foot at $4.2 million. But I can tell you right now, this place is something special. Massive driveway, plenty of space to park and turn around. You've got a pool, you're on the water, plenty of space, custom built, massive garage. Detail after detail after detail of this is really something special. You look through the front door, which is huge, and you go straight through and you see exactly what you're buying this property for, which is waterfront property. Tons of details here that we could mention that we don't have time for, but we're gonna roll through these photos. The waterfall edge in the kitchen for the stone, the pantry, the coffered ceilings, the lighting selections, the screened-in porch with the hanging bed and the outdoor kitchen. I'm gonna let these photos speak for themselves. Just wow. I mean, really, really, really exceptional property. This place sold quickly, no surprise. Custom pool in the backyard. This is one of those selections that if I had the budget and was moving into Virginia Beach, this is exactly what I would buy. So if you're making that move, you tell me, are there enough selections here on the East Coast to make you move from Hippie City? Tell me.